Well, let's take a look and see if this stream works. I'm going to take a look at it, and hopefully it does. Alright, so I am not going to be playing a flight sim today. I am going to be playing X-Plane. Or not X-Plane, but Stellaris. No flight simulator needed here. Anyway, I have no idea what I'm going to play as, so we'll have to go with that. Human Socialist Republic. I could do that, but let me take a look. What type of species have I also made? Come on, I've made more than that. Alright, let's edit it. Let's see what these guys have. I do have a few mods here and there. By the way, I'm actually playing this game on Linux. I've been trying to ease myself off of Windows more and more and more. However, it isn't exactly the easiest thing to do, considering that DCS and FSX are both on PC. Let's not forget Sonic Mania, which I absolutely love. Nothing I could say about that. Name and class. Yes, the star name is the sun. I honestly don't care. Government and ethics. So, I'm gonna change it from a technocracy to a... I have a, yes. Now here's the thing, I do have a mod that has a, do I even have that installed on here? Hang on. What are the mods? Sorry about that. What are the mods that I have for this? You know what? Screw these guys. I am not even going to be human. Actually, that's a good question. Randomize Empire. I don't know. I could go with space furries, or I could go with humans. I swear that's a total rip-off from Star Wars, and that is a total rip-off from Mass Effect. That also looks like a total rip-off from both, actually. I'm not gonna lie. That thing's just fucking adorable. I mean, seriously, look at that thing. Oh man, I almost want to do this guy. Good morning, Brenda. How's it going? Let's go with Avian. They don't really look cool. Let's go with the, did they really just decide to up the cute factor on Stellaris? Whatever, I mean... That's fine. We can also have the Cthulhu race. Or, this is better known as the Cthulhu race. Mushroom head. And plants. I swear that I modded this. Either that or it was a huge update. I am doing fine. And, well, I got off work. I was on the fence about live streaming. I really don't want to play flight sims, so I decided to play some Stellaris. So that's kind of where I'm at. God, I really want to play this gecko species. They're just... Man, they just look so friendly, don't they? Yeah, you know what? I'm going with these guys. I have no idea what I'm gonna call them. Let's call them. Uh, Geckites? I don't know. All right, let's go with that. Yeah, I will play with the green guy. He's just too damn cute, don't you think? Leaders' names. Let's see what the reptilians sound like. Oh man, that actually looks like Argonian stuff. I gotta go with that. I gotta go with that. I gotta go with that. How about? Well, since he's green, he has to be a conservationist. And they probably have to do a lot of fucking, so we'll go with that. They're probably not too adaptive though, so that's the thing. They're also probably decadent. I don't know. Deviance, communal, intelligent. Let's go with that. There we go. Ruler, name, whatever. There we go. President, air title. Is there a difference between male and female? Oh no, I think the females look cuter. There we go. Or does that really matter? It doesn't matter. Okay. How about the room? Well, let's go back. Well, that's like a BDSM dungeon. Let's go with that one. Let's go with... it has to be tropical. Has to be tropical, I mean... There's no other way. They're gonna have mammalian because they aren't that weird. Now, here's the thing. I don't exactly want these guys to be peaceful. That, I don't know, Star Trek seems a little bit weird in that regard. Should I make them religious? I've never tried religious before. Spiritual. But if I were to do that, in fact, let's go with heavily religious. I don't know, what do you think? Yes, let's go with that. Philosopher King. Not enough to simply rule. The ship of the state must... Oh, that actually sounds really cool. But efficient bureaucracy for one. Imperial cults. I need... Alright, they'll be a little bit authoritarian. Oh man, they have... We can go into some Warhammer 40k shit if you think about it. Let's go with that. Be a little authoritarian. And let's choose an Imperial cult. Yes, Divine Emperor. In fact, let's call him God Emperor. Alright. Homeworld name. Let's go random. Blah, blah, there we go. Alright, Empire name. Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes! I have to go with that one. Let's see. Not a bad idea. I'm guessing they have to be ornate. I mean, this looks spiritual enough, right? Missile weapons, we gotta go projectile. Sorry, I prefer projectile. I prefer FTL. I prefer mammalian ships, personally. Done and done. Huge 1,000 stars, elliptical, that's way too many empires. How about 15? That works. Not at 15 advanced. How about, I don't know, foremost. Fallen Empire is fine. Habitable world's good. Aggressiveness, normal. Difficulty normal. FTL method any. Empire placement is random. Advanced Neighbors is off. Endgame Crisis is on. Yes, let's go with that. We are starting a new game. In the eons since the first primitive Gekaite communities took shape in the dense jungles of Rathilia, our civilization has spread and prospered. Many false prophets took it upon themselves, thieving bastards, to offer spiritual guidance to our people as we advanced through the ages, but the true faith prevailed. The last heathen strongholds were vanquished after several bloody crusades, uniting us under the holy will of the single divine leader. A very cute leader, by the way. I just can't get over it, man. Now, after the successful creation of several experimental subspace fields, the finest minds of the Imperium have finished development of the first warp drive. The stars themselves are finally within our grasps. And that's a rare little purple star, isn't it? Okay. First thing we gotta do. Survey. Alright. That's thing number 1. Thing number 2 is that we have to, it looks like they give me essentially the same thing. We gotta go with, energy management. Energy is crucial, to be honest. That's a good question. Orbital hydroponics farm. That might be a good idea. Nuclear missiles or ion thrusters. I'll go with that. There we go. New heir. Saint Hask Zuman is a new heir to our empire and will take the throne when our current ruler dies. No, she can't die. She's, Oh, thank you. I absolutely love Stellaris. I mean, this is one of those, when I was a kid, I wish said type of game existed. And this is like a Star Trek, Star Wars, Warhammer 40K type of simulator. Like, build your own empire, take over the planets, and, you know, I've been addicted to Star Wars, Outlaw Star, I've been addicted to Battlestar Galactica, all the sci-fis really, Star Trek. And the way that I see it is that, man, space is amazing. Ender's Game, too. I did like that one. And a bit of hilarity as well. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm talking about the books, not the stupid movie adaptation. That wasn't so great, if you ask me. Oh no, I'm a lover of sci-fi. I'm a total nerd. I find it sad that the people who subscribe to my channel are more interested in me flying planes than going into space. Granted, I love flying too. I guess I'm really just... on a tangent here, aren't I? But for those of you who are watching, I really don't... yeah, space is awesome. Space makes the world much more better. I don't know where I was going with that. You gotta forgive me. Anyway, I should probably do stuff. I have a lot of slaves. Work, my little minions. You gotta work harder. This coal isn't gonna mine itself. Think of your goddess. She needs her minerals. Yeah, same here. The way that I see it, and I'm sure a lot of people agree, is that Earth has finite resources. And since the resources are finite, then the only way for us to become really wealthy is to expand in space. And if we were to do that, if that was within our grasp, then, if anything, we'd have the most advanced, the most prosperous civilization to ever appear. I mean, if our resources were limitless, then yes, I do believe we could have a Star Trek-like universe where everyone can live comfortably, everyone can live good lives, everyone can be fed, everyone, anything you want can be synthesized. I mean, it really all depends, but the resources are out there in space. That's the big catch. I should probably avoid politics because... Actually, no, that's not political, to be honest. Resources are finite, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to see what can and can't demonetize my videos. So far, I haven't had any issues with that, except for the last two I made. One of them was a political video, which... whatever. The other one was with swearing, and I was talking about political correctness. I mean, stuff like that. I believe that ultimately demonetized it, but I haven't really been talking about that in particular, except for the aforementioned in this little live stream. And I'm going to see where that takes me. I thought these guys were quick breeders. I thought the vagina was going to be a clown car, but no. Apparently it takes a while for them to lay eggs, or... Do geckos lay eggs, or do they live birth? I don't know. If you happen to know the answer to that, I'm actually pretty curious. How do geckos reproduce? Do they lay eggs, or they do the whole live thing? Oh, they do. Does it depend on the species then? Okay. Well, that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure everyone has an image of a gecko in their head, but there are probably so many species and subspecies out there that it could be mind-boggling to think about. Also, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a beer, And while I'm at it, would you tell me if the said ad works? Because I have no idea if it will, so be right back.
Construction complete. Anomaly found.
Alright. I am back. I don't know if you have ad blocker on or anything like that. Oh, what kind of crap is that? What kind of crap is that? We have Protestants. No, 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 no. Well, that's a problem. So, how is life? I mean, my day was actually... I don't know, I'm probably getting used to my days so far. With a bit of craziness and a bit of excitement, so to say.
Construction complete.
Excitement in the fact that work can be... For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Hestemer Far. Massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface. Although they have long since been rendered inoperable, whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals. These operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they begun. Congratulations, little fellow. You found the first evidence of life. Well, of previous sentient life to ever exist. Congratulations. The Imperium of Rethelia is abuzz with news of the alien remnants studied by the ISS Prov something something. These leavings are considered definitive proof of intelligent, purposeful alien activity at some point in the past. We may still be alone now, but we are at least not the first to be so. That's freaking cool. I mean, the way that I see it. Gonna build another Corvette. Can't have too many of those. I'm gonna duke it out with the Protestant guys.
System survey complete.
And that's a very... Huh. Come on, build a Corvette so I can destroy these people. The heathens must know their place.
Construction complete.
And now we have a 30-year-old. We know, without a doubt, that thriving biosphere is not something unique to our... Awesome!
Situation log updated.
And it looks like we actually have a place to go. A place to settle, a place to terraform. A place to colonize. And a place to get off that rock.
Hostile fleet engaged. Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
Well, he's gone. Does it? Have you ever played Stellaris before? It is kind of complex, but honestly, it is very different. It is very, it's very simple compared to other Paradox games. Like, I'll admit, some... let's research the projects. Anyway, some of the things that some of the games that Paradox has made, like Crusader Kings 2, oh boy, they're pretty difficult. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Complete. Situation log updated.
Oh, okay. So wait, that's no on playing Stellaris. Alright, I'd say definitely get it. You may want to get some expansions as well, some DLC, because that also makes the game worthwhile. Leviathan's good, Utopia's good as well. Get the game plus those two, which I do believe is bundled, then This is a very amazing game. It actually used to be a lot more simple, but they decided to release a very massive patch for this game, and this patch essentially changed the entire game. Like the way government's handled, it was completely night and day. Not only that, things like food used to be planet-wide. Speaking of which, I have completely neglected my planet. Anyway, planet-wide in the sense that food only affected the planet that you were on. Now it's shared, which would make a lot of sense, don't you think? Well, because of trade and whatnot, is kind of where I'm getting at. Let's speed this up as well. So, Brenda, what type of games do you usually like to play? Got traditions.
Research complete. Research complete.
Alright, we gotta research some stuff. What stuff should we research? Physics lab, yes, let's go with that. Space torpedoes, not a bad idea. Improve space... That's kind of hard to choose from. Oh, man. Battlestar. I don't think I've ever played that game or even heard of that game before. Would you recommend? And which football are you talking about? Are we talking about the American football or the other football? I never played Battlestar Galactica. I didn't even know there was a game for it. Oh yeah, the American football. The very physical version of chess, as I'd like to call it. Beer is good. Ah, so you're talking... Wait, you're not talking real life, are you? Are you talking about an NFL game? I mean, if you used to be an NFL player, I mean, consider donating to my stream today. And I think Brenda may have left, though I'm not too entirely sure. Doesn't matter really too much. Let's save the game though. Save it to the cloud, yes. The cloud makes everything better.
Anomaly found.
And we're probably going to,
Situation log updated.
I'm gonna research that crap. Anyway, sorry, that was very interesting. Didn't mean to cut you off from that. But anyway, I too love football. What's your favorite team? I'm more of a college football fan. I prefer the Utah Utes.
Research complete.
They're my favorite team, and honestly, I believe in 2008 they should have been ranked #1 because they were the only undefeated team. But, yeah, that's me.
Anomaly found.
An interesting thing, though, after the Steelers, huh? If I have to go, I used to be a Chargers fan because I live in San Diego, but ever since then, they decided to move to LA because whatever reason. I, well, kind of stopped becoming a Chargers fan. Is Michigan State the, is that the college with a very big rivalry with Ohio? Or am I getting them mixed up? Is it Michigan and Ohio State? Or Michigan State and Ohio? I will say this, though. The rivalry between University of Utah and BYU is kind of crazy because their rivalry goes past 49. Their rivalry kind of goes past sports and dabs into the realm of don't even want to go there. Michigan State University. That's the name of the... Yeah, that would make sense.
System survey complete.
Earlier 70. Oh, okay. Yeah, the rivalry between Utah and BYU is actually... It goes outside the football field and goes into actual hatred towards the different college students. I'm like, kids, calm down. It's just a college. Just a university. No point in going crazy over it. So wait, you played for Michigan State? Or are you just a Michigan State fan? I should probably build myself a colony ship. There we go. I was trying to think of a word. Been what way for a year? You know, rivalries never die. I think that's the bottom line. And why would they? Come on, you totally could have lied and come up with a very fun story, but it doesn't matter either way. So what does this give me? Oh wow, I got a lot of energy credits for that one. Energy credits is the lifeblood of a civilization. It's basically the power. It's basically the power grid, if that makes any sense. However, the power grid, for some reason, is not exclusive to the planets. It's shared universally. I can't wrap my head around that either, so just go with that.
Construction complete. Research complete.
Okay, I got myself a colony ship. It's time to make another planet cute. Actually, no. I don't even...
Anomaly found.
So, the funny thing is that with this... Excuse me. I mean... The web gets deeper.
Updated. Colonization in progress.
So we just colonized our very first planet. Or we're colonizing our very first planet. That's a very, that, in terms of progress, is something that we have never achieved as a species.
System survey complete.
Granted, the things that I've done so far is... Humanity is nothing compared to what I've done so far. It needs to be skill 4 or higher. Oh, that's a bummer, but oh well.
Research complete.
Can't do much about that. But I will say this, I am starting to get pretty tired, so I think I might call it fairly soon. Coil gun, yes, without a doubt. Ooh, and another planet I could colonize. and we just found some alien life. So we got to, let's go to our situation log. It'll take 10 months to research? Whatever. If it takes 10 months, it takes 10 months. Doesn't matter. It's a new alien. We gotta talk to them. Because I said so. Good night. I'm gonna be heading to bed soon as well, so I'll probably join you in that regard. Well, it's good for me to do a live stream. I think that I should do that more often. Maybe I should, maybe next time I should probably do some DCS World. I think that's the best way to do it. So let's see. Private colony ship or... Yes, 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 yes. Give me. Anyway, are you a subscriber to my channel? Or did you just stumble upon a random Stellaris live stream?
Special project complete.
So you're European is what I is what I get from that. Sorry if I sound boneheaded, I'm a little bit tired. Let's save the game though, and there we go. Okay, I'm American, particularly West Coast American. It may be morning for you, but it's like 2:30 in the morning for me. Nice. So, in your opinion, what do you think is more interesting? Do you prefer my combat flight simulator videos, or do you prefer my civil aviation videos? Personally, I've been making a lot more civil aviation, in particular general aviation videos, because they're a lot easier to make. But I do have a soft spot for, you know, combat flight sims, DCS World in particular. Should not be paused. Oh, hello there, Deadpool. Glad to see that you're a subscriber. Both. Well, I'm glad that both are appealing. I always thought that the way that video games go is that there has to be, you know, some type of... Video games are surprisingly violent, and I'm not saying that to be politically correct or, you know, do family values or whatnot. I'm saying that because it seems like they really are. Like, if you think about it, kids' games like Mario and Sonic, you lose because you die. There's something a little bit unnerving about that, don't you think? Oh, I see how it is. It is the fields for you guys. Actually, no. I take that back. It's definitely the mines for you guys. There we go. Yes. Oh wait, cancel. That always gets me. Well, yeah. I mean, the way that I see it is that I've played video games ever since I was 6. My first game was actually Castle Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein or whatever. But, I played that, and it was amazing. I had no idea what Nazis were back then, but it doesn't really matter. So I played a little bit of that, and then I started playing Doom. Then I got into flight simulators when I was 9 years old. I played the Graph Sim F-18 Hornet. And oh boy, that was pretty fun. So, yeah, I've always been playing video games. I really don't mind the violent aspect to it. The way that I see it is that if it's a video game, I'm probably gonna like it. I mean, especially when I turned... I agree, Deadpool. I agree. Now, here's the thing. The way that I see it is that when I was 18, my girlfriend, my very first girlfriend, the girlfriend that I thought that I would never have, left me. And then, on top of that, I had to put my dog down. My parents were going through a rough patch, and my mom fell into depression. The way that I could cope was with video games, particularly the game Oblivion. And the way that I see it now is that I will defend video games to the bitter end. I think that they are important to my life, and I cannot thank video games enough for doing that. So, that's kind of my personal story. I think that it's very possible that video games prevented me from going to a very dark place. And it could have possibly saved my life, too. So, to have someone say that video games cause violence, that video games are the devil, or that video games are whatever term you want to call them, I disagree. I mean, if anything, yeah, I really don't want to get into politics. It's not my thing. In fact, this is a bit of a... glad you have. But yeah, the way that I see it is that video games, they are very personal to me. They are very important in my life. In fact, I won't even date a woman unless she's into video games. I mean, that's how into video games I am. And you know what? Here's the thing. Geeky girls give the best sex. Take it from me. They really do.
Anomaly found.
Again, I agree. Same here. I love video games. Not just flight simulators. I know that my channel revolves around flight simulation, but I love a very diverse group of games. A very diverse variety, actually. Point-and-click adventures, flight simulators, strategy games, first-person shooters. I'm not too big of a fan of MMOs. I tried to get into EVE Online, I couldn't. But city builders, grand strategy games, real-time strategy games, turn-based strategy game. List goes on and on, really. I will say this though, I am a PC gamer. I don't deal with consoles. Just no. I was on the fence about getting a PS4 because my friends had it, but the way that I see it is that no. PC gives me way too much freedom.
System survey complete.
I may get myself a Switch though, because Breath of the Wild Looks like a really fun game. I'm a huge fan of Ocarina. Ah, man. Also, am I noise gating, or can you hear every Phantom Majora's Mask? Both of which are just fantastic games in and of their own noise that my microphone records. I really want to ask. So let's see how Earth is doing. Earth.
System survey complete. Anomaly found.
Let's build a hydroponics farm. Yeah. PC gaming for life. If you guys have never heard of a channel, I recommend Top Hats and Champagne. This guy really does. He's really good at arguing. He's a very smart guy. And he's very good at forming opinions. I would definitely check out his channel if you haven't already, though truth be told, Top Hats and Champagne is pretty popular, but he's my friend, he's a good YouTuber, and I have to give a shout out to him.
Construction complete.
Pick up something. What do you mean by pick up something? Oh yes, this guy really badly needs to build an energy grid. There we go. Ah, problem solved. Problem solved. There we go. Okay. Ah, alright, I will... I'll just post his channel, in the description. I mean, that'll probably be the, easiest way to deal with that, so, Alright, so, here we go. This is his channel. His channel is awesome. But yeah, I am getting sleepy, so I don't know how long I'm gonna stay up.
Research complete.
It doesn't help that I've had a ton of liquor, too. What came for you? That's not usually a conversation starter that I have, but I'm listening. Alright. I think I am going to call it. So, Deadpool. I am curious as to what you got today. But, I may need to cut it short. Of course, this is probably just my drunken self talking, but I find it weird how live streaming works. Like, if you are the person doing the live stream, you see messages instantly. However, when you're on the end of the spectator, the person who's watching the live stream, then all of a sudden, you send a message, and in your mind, you think it's going to take this guy forever to send the message back. Just an interesting little fact, but anyway, Deadpool, I think I'm going to call it, unless you want to show it to me right now. I am going to end the stream, and you can put it in the comments. But, as always, like and favorite this video, and subscribe. Consider donating to me, because I would love to be a full-time YouTuber, but you know how things are. Anyway, good night, people, and you have a nice day.